Now at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply, the pit barrel is back. The original size, the PBX, and the new Badger barrel. The Badger barrel does it all and more with a great price and great quality. Can you do this on your grill? I didn't think so. You can on the Badger. It's hot with an attitude to match. Pit barrels are easy to use. Get your pit barrel at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ottawa.
People on the product. And I think for us, we've had some really good retailers. We were just talking about one today that came on with us, Owl's Nest Barbecue. He's awesome. But he sold a lot of product, but he's passionate about it. Yep. He talks about it. He educates his people, his staff, everybody on it.
No matter if you can see 7 states from high above, Lookout Mountain, into the valley and the hills of the great Smoky Mountains, know that you are in pit barrel country. The Owl's Nest Barbecue 2025 Rib Contest, brought to you by Susie Bullock and all the folks at Hey Grill Hey, by Butcher Barbecue and David Bosca, by the good folks at the Good Charcoal Company, judging done by the guys at Chatted Up Sports with help from Chattanooga's own Jim Reynolds. March 29th, 10 a.m. at Owl's Nest Barbecue. Be there. Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. I know a day late, but not a dollar short. This is Steve Ray on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. Pete's on vacation, so I'm flying solo tonight. Did you see that plane wreck in Toronto? The video coming in now. Have you seen that? It's incredible. I'm gonna try something, okay? And my friends will I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, Steve, you can't do this. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do this. All right. I want you to watch this.
Crash, has it happened? Let's take a look.
Oh, no. Right over. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Let's take a look. Oh, no.
Tower, you're seeing this airplane.
One more time. No. It looks like as soon as it hit the ground, there was no control. I know. Get that. There you go. I think everybody saw it. I'm certainly no airplane expert, and I know Steve Davidson, one of our pro staffers and one of our friends of the store and a competitor in next month's rib cook-off is I don't think he's a pilot, but I think he knows a lot about aviation. Maybe he will comment on that. But simply incredible. And what else is incredible about it is everybody lived. Everybody lived through that. Incredible. Thank God. Thank God everybody lived through that crash. That was just, I saw that and I just could not believe it. Steve Davidson says it will be ruled pilot error. Steve, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. You know better than I do. But he hit the ground and I don't think he had any control over that airplane. Not one bit. I think that runway was icy, snowy, horrible. Horrible. But the good thing is everybody's alive. Everybody's going to make it. And we shall go on. Like I said, Pete's in Florida. And tonight we're going to introduce everybody that's in the 2025 Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Rib Championship. Going to be held on March the 29th at 10 in the morning. This is turning out to be probably everyone our biggest event ever at the store. This thing is getting big. It's getting bigger. I've got more big announcements come up, not tonight, but at a future date. Look for it the first Monday in March. We're going to make another big announcement, and I think everybody's going to be really happy about that. I know I am, and I know there's a lot of people. Let's see. Steve says they did not flare before touchdown. I don't know what that means, but maybe he'll tell us sometime. That's okay. But thanks, Steve. Thank you for chiming in. I knew you would know far more than me, and probably far more than anybody else watching. But we're going to make another big announcement in March, first Monday in March, and we have had the response from some of our suppliers has been great. The Good Charcoal Company is going to sponsor it. Hey Grill Hey, featuring Susie Bullock. They're one of our sponsors now. David Bosca, Butcher Barbecue is one of our sponsors now. No, these are big name sponsors. These are not, Steve Ray's Midnight Oil, something like that. These are big name. I would appreciate anybody sponsoring, but these are guys that we sell their products, and man, I appreciate them, and we're going to do a good job of promoting you as we promote our stores. Win-win. That's what it's all about. So, and that's just a great thing, and I appreciate it very much. We did thank the sponsors, Hey Grill Hey, Butcher Barbecue, and the Good Charcoal. I'm really anxious to get a bag of the Good Charcoal. I should have some early arrivals coming here pretty soon. Matt Osmond from Nashville is their field rep for this area, and we should have some good charcoal to at least play with before the contest. I'm anxious to see it. Okay. Real quick, let's do it one more time. The Owl's Nest Barbecue 2025 Rib Contest, brought to you by Susie Bullock and all the folks at Hey Grill Hey, by Butcher Barbecue and David Bosca, by the good folks at the Good Charcoal Company. Judging done by the guys at Chatted Up Sports with help from Chattanooga's own Jim Reynolds. March 29th, 10 a.m. at Owl's Nest Barbecue. Be there. Be there or be square. That's right. Pete checking in from Florida. Appreciate you, Pete. We miss you. And you're not missing anything here. I texted Pete earlier today. I said the most exciting thing going on in Ooltewah today was it was 27 degrees here this morning, and they fixed the pothole in the driveway at the First Bank. Our bank where we go every day had a big pothole. Christy got it fixed. So way to go, Christy. And those are the biggest things that have happened here so far. Okay, let's go over a little bit of the, when this is going to be a rule show for the rib contest, but but this is going to be kind of a guideline. Okay. First of all, you must cook over charcoal, which means no LP gas. Okay. No gas, no natural gas. It's got to be charcoal. If you make your own charcoal out of wood, I've got no problem with that. As far as cookers go, I know, Steve, you texted me earlier in the week, said barrels are okay. Barrels are okay. If you want to bring a barrel and cook a rib, that's fine with me. Just make sure it's powered by charcoal. And I know grills, anything you want that you can cook a rib on over charcoal. So if you want to try your hand at hanging a rib in a pit barrel cooker over charcoal, you can try that. I wouldn't recommend it, but any way you want to cook a rib over charcoal in any kind of grill, you're welcome to. But it's got to be charcoal, no gas. Let's see. You got to be able to cook it in 90 minutes. All right. You're going to turn in 5 ribs. That's all. No more, no less. No 6 ribs, trying to impress everybody. No 4 ribs is all I could find. We got to have 5 ribs because they're going to be judged by 5 people. 5 ribs. And this is the most important part. No garnish, okay? No garnish whatsoever. No cornbread in the box with the ribs, okay? No flowers, no lettuce, no kale, no Crown Royal, nothing, no garnish. In your box that you turn in, that will be numbered, only 5 baby back ribs. They got to be cut up. Make sure they're 5 individual ribs together so the judges don't have to pull them apart. Make sure they're cut clean and in the box that we give you. 5 ribs. No garnish. Michael Williams. No garnish. Jason. No garnish. Jason Clark. No garnish. No money. No $50 bills. Nothing. No garnish. If it's ain't garnish in it, if we open it up on the judge's table and there's some other than 5 ribs, it's out of there. Okay? And I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, well, Steve, it was just a piece. Nah, I don't want to hear it. It's out of there. Disqualified. DQ. You don't get your money back. Another thing, before you can cook, it's $50 entry fee. That is nothing. When you hear my announcement in March, $50, you're going to think, Steve, how do you do it so cheap? So that's going to be a big announcement in March. But until then, you got to get your money in, and you can bring it the day of. That's not a problem. No problem at all. Let's see who's checking in real quick. Jason Clark says, I need a bag to practice with. I'm working on that, Jason. What happened there? Wes Phillips. There's Wes Phillips. Evening, sir. Perry Collins saying evening. Justin Muller. Both barrel barbecues for the win. I tell you what, Jason's got them coming out of the. Yeah, no chili. No chili in the ribs. No chili in the ribs. We had ribs in the chili, but no chili in the ribs. That's right, Perry. That's funny. So nothing in the ribs. No garnish. Did you hear me when I said that? No garnish. I hope you did. All right. I'm trying to check. I'm trying to check. I'm doing Pete's job. In my job, I'm doing Pete's job too. Heath, welcome. Okay, let's do this. Let's go and let's introduce all of the start up here. Or we can start down here. Let's find them first. There they are. Hang on just a second. It's hard to do everything by yourself. Okay. First up, from up in Cleveland, Heath Jordan. Heath just checked in with us online. Heath is a big barbecue guy. He cooks a lot for catering, sales, knows his way around a grill. He talks the language. David Roberts from Ringgold, coming off a huge chili win last weekend down at some local Ruritan club, I believe. Congratulations, David. George Gibson coming down from Meigs County to compete this time. George was a judge in the chili contest. Jason Clark coming out of semi-retirement to come out and to try his hand in this rib contest. Jason's always got the bullseye on his back. Coming up from Rock Spring, Georgia, Jason Penley. He with the Ultimate Cook Shack we talked about last week. Mark Ingram, one of our chicken wing competitors from a couple years ago. He's coming back to try his hand at the rib contest. Always good to see Mark. Mark brings a big contingent of folks with him, and we're always happy to see Mark. He's a good cook. Matt Osmond is going to come over from Nashville. Matt is the Good Charcoal sales rep for this area, and he will be competing too. But there'll be no funny business because all judging is blind. So the judges don't know whose food they're tasting, and we make double sure of that. Mark Ellis from Chile, not this year, last time. First one, third place in Chile. Mark's going to be competing. Michael, the Rib Man Williams, he will be competing, of course. This is Michael's brainchild, and he put it in my brain, and we are getting it on paper. Let's see, we got Mike Shadwick and his buddy Vince. Vince, I'm sorry, Vince. I've got your last name written down, but it's so long, it won't fit on my format. But Mike and Vince, they'll be coming down from Cleveland and cooking. Jeff Maxwell coming back. Jeff's always on. You can always count on Jeff to be in the competitions. Jeff's a good cook. He's a good rib cook too. He's got several rib awards in the contest, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with. Steve Davidson coming in for the rib contest. We appreciate that, Steve. Look at that, Steve. You're in front of me. It looks like you got gray hair, doesn't it? That's funny. But Steve's coming down. And Brandon Ellis from the Chatterbox makes his debut at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Contest. Brandon, we are so glad you're going to be in this thing. Brandon is a cook. He owns the Chatterbox food truck, formerly the Chatterbox restaurant. And Brandon is a fantastic cook, and he will be competing, and you will enjoy being around Brandon. I encourage you to bring your friends. You should have enough ribs after you turn in your five best from the single. Let's see. Hold on. Heath Jordan says wood chips or chunks allowed. Of course. Heath. Yes, they are allowed. If you want to put charcoal in is main thing, but if you want to put some wood in there for flavor, yes, sir, you're allowed to do that. Not a problem at all. Brandon's going to be a great addition to the contest. But what I was going to say is bring your friends down. You'll have a full rack of baby backs. You'll turn in the 5 best out of that, most likely in the middle, I'm sure. But you'll have probably, let's see, you'll have 7 extras, I believe. I believe there's 12. I believe there's 12 ribs on a pig, I think. So you might have 7 extra, and you'll be able to give those out. People can taste them. And we're not going to do a people's choice. That'd be kind of weird on a rib, everybody gnawing on a rib. But bring your friends in. They can cheer you on. And what we're going to do, we're going to line up. There's that, everybody that comes to the store, most people know, most people watch show have been to the store. Where I park on the side, there's that alley, and that alley extends all the way to the end of the carport. And plus we've got the concrete area in front of the side garage too. So we have plenty of space to spread out and do your cooking. What you're going to do is everybody's going to be allowed to bring a grill and a prep table, just one prep table. Probably can't bring, tents or pop-ups or anything like that. If it rains, we will go under the gas station canopy in the front And if it does rain and we have to cook under there, that's going to be a lot of fun because there's not a bunch of room for 14 cooks in there. So, but it won't rain. It won't rain. It never rains on March 29th. It never does rain on March 29th. Let me get a sip of my Coke. Usually I can sip it when Pete's talking. So that's it in a nutshell. I will be emailing out the kind of the official rules, official guidelines, what have you, and with the time and the schedule and everything like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate everybody that signed up. Again, let's do it one more time. The Owl's Nest Barbecue 2025 Rib Contest, brought to you by Susie Bullock and all the folks at Hay Grill Hay, by Butcher Barbecue and David Bosca, by the good folks at the Good Charcoal Company, judging done by the guys at Chatted Up Sports, with help from Chattanooga's own Jim Reynolds. March 29th, 10 a.m. at Owl's Nest Barbecue. Be there. Steve Davidson, Randy is welcome to join you. Anybody that wants to bring a helper, bring them on. Bring them on. I get it. You want to bring a helper, you want to bring your wife, bride, significant other, I don't care. Bring them. Just, don't no more than two. You shouldn't need any more than two helpers. So, let's pack it out. We had a fantastic turnout for the chili contest, and I believe this is going to be bigger. And we'll try to get something planned for everybody too. Maybe find somebody that can cook some ribs on the gravity feed, just to have something to feed everybody and make it kind of a festivication. So that's what we're going to do there. Don't worry, there's plenty of time, everybody. If you got questions, you can always text me. I always answer the text, except that one, Steve. I knew I was going to address it tonight. That's why I didn't text you back, and I was busy that day. So, I'll text you back, and we need one more. We need one more person too. We got 13. We need 14. I'm sure we'll get it. If you know somebody that might be interested, have them call me or text me. Give them my number, and we need 14 would be perfect. If we get 14, if we go in more, we'll have to have 16. I like keep it an even number. Makes it easier for the judges. It makes it easy on judging. So that's the name of that team. But we can handle up to 20. Not a problem at all. So with that said, let's talk about the foods from the weekend. Let's kick it off. We had a couple, 2 or 3 people send in pictures of their first practice cooks on their ribs, and Billy Holland starts us off. That's what his ribs over charcoal looks like. It looks pretty good. That looks crispy, Billy. I bet they were a little crispy. You'll find that these ribs have a kind of a crispy. If you go all the way without wrapping them at all, you'll see they have a crispy little crunch to them. And then I'm gonna tell you, folks, it's not bad. It's not a bad way to eat a rib. I love it. And we'll do a show one of these Saturday mornings before the contest, and I'll show you my take on the Greek style rib. That's what it's called. And there, David Roberts, first place trophy from the chili contest. And David, we are so proud of you. Way to go. To come back. You were in our contest, and then you went down somewhere, I believe, in Ringgold, and you took first place. So congratulations. David also did a rib this weekend, a practice rib. And that looks good. He's got a little dusting on there. It hasn't quite settled in yet, but it looks like a really wet rib, which is fine. If you want to turn in a wet rib like that, that is no problem whatsoever. Dustin Bryant, look at this thing now. This is a braided pork loin. Almost looks like an octopus, doesn't it? And that's from David Bryant. Here it is, cooked. You can't really tell, but I can see that char. I can see that bark on it. I know that. I'll tell you what, David, that looks good. But I bet it was good. Let's see. Wait for the internet to come back. Jeff Maxwell did a couple of, I think he did 3 pork loins for his motorcycle buddies. Looks like they're getting ready to go on the grill. Nothing, I tell you, nothing better than a pork loin. Pork loin, pork tenderloin next to a pork belly. It's my favorite pork loin. Next to pork belly on a pig, it's my favorite pork loin. Pork tenderloin even better. Good food there. Mike Shattuck, there's one of his pit barrel cooker chickens. Mike, I tell you, every time you post one, they just keep getting better and better. The color keeps getting better. You know, I think, Mike, that grill cooks better as it gets the flavoring on the sides, the buildup of creosote, the texture in that thing. I believe that they cook better, and I believe the food even tastes a little bit better once that pit barrel's been used 5 or 6 times. I think you'll probably find the same thing as well. There, look at those 2 fillets. Those are good. Look at those flavor stripes on those grill grates, Mike. Those look good. I love filet mignon. Ain't nothing better than a filet mignon. That looks good, Mike. Looks good. Let's see. Now this is kind of neat. This is of course. This is Thomas Damon, our German. He has got some sort of a. Let's see if I can find it for you. It started like that. I don't know if that's a pork belly. It might be. I didn't read the description. It might be a pork belly. He's got some looks like porchetta, doesn't it? And then he's got that, whatever that is. It might be bacon. It's over in Europe. It might be at what, a buckhead bacon, buck bacon we made the other day. Then he put some mushrooms and stuff on it, and then he looks like he rolled it up, and that's what it looked like when he got done. And that looks pretty darn good. It looks like some good food, Thomas. One of these days, we're gonna get Thomas on the show. It's midnight when we go on, but if we can get Thomas to stay up, we will certainly tell him how much we appreciate it. There it is. There's the official banner, the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply 2025 Rib Championships, brought to you by Butcher Barbecue, Hey Grill Hey, the Good Charcoal, and all the judging by Chat It Up, plus the legendary broadcaster Jim Reynolds. JR will be joining us, and JR is a hoot, but he knows we take this stuff seriously, and he will be a great judge. Let's see here. Billy, I did not. Let's see. No, I didn't, Billy. You were the first one. You were the first one, Billy. You were the first one. That's what I'm talking about. He says, you forgot me. No, I didn't. Hang on. I'll show you. I don't forget anybody. There you are, Billy Holland. There's those ribs you made. Practice ribs. See, I got you. Jeff says, poor Billy. What do you mean, Jeff? Let's see. Jordan says the best results are off my 55-gallon UDS. They might be. Heath. Issue tonight. Perry Collins says yours was the first photo, Billy. Yes, it was. And Jeff says, Perry Collins, I did not see Billy Holland. Billy was the first one. Trust us. You guys got to watch a little bit closer. All right. Let's going to get out of here. Short show tonight, I know, but that's all I had to tell you, and I don't want to take up your precious time. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody listening. And let me also tell you that now you can go to Spotify and pick up our podcast, The Owl's Nest Barbecue Show with Steve Ray. All of our sessions like this, we download them to our podcast file. So you can, as you drive along, you can call it up on your phone and just listen to the shows in the podcast form. We also do we also post the the Wednesday, let's go to lunch that Pete, me, and Jeff go to. Tomorrow we're going to go out to lunch, and on Wednesday afternoons, after when I get home from work, I post a little review of where we went with some pictures, and that's all. We've done 3 or 4 so far, and they have been a lot of fun, and we're really enjoying it. So, we're getting a lot of good feedback on it, and we enjoyed it. We put those on there too. So if you get a chance, wherever you get your podcast at, look for the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show with Steve Ray. There's another one out there, the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show. Is an old one that I used to put stuff to, but the new one is the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show with Steve Ray, and that's got the newest additions and everything on it. So if you get a chance, go to them, give them a couple listens, give them a couple thumbs up, give them a big A+ super duper rating, and we'll see you next. What is today? Monday. We'll see you Saturday on the 10 and 20 show. And until then, though, we got a store. We want you to come to it, and we want you to buy stuff. It's a store. Everything we got in there is for sale. So come in there and show off, and we'll see you on the internet next Saturday morning at 10 on the 20 at 10 with Steve and Pete. The Owl's Nest Barbecue 2025 Rib Contest, brought to you by Susie Bullock and all the folks at Hay Grill Hay, by Butcher Barbecue and David Bosca, by the good folks at the Good Charcoal Company, judging done by the guys at Chatted Up Sports, with help from Chattanooga's own Jim Reynolds. March 29th, 10 a.m. at Owl's Nest Barbecue.